Boop, boop, boop. Hello, Crow. First person in the chat. Congratulations. How are you doing? Is your car working better now? How are you first? You were paying attention. You know the schedule. Let's see something. Are the emotes working? They are. There they are. All the new emotes. So anyone who has membership can use all of them. Hopefully some of the regulars come in and see the new stuff and they can try them out whenever they like. Hey, wait a minute. The GIF isn't working. Also good. Glad that your car is working now. I'm a little upset that the crab boy should be being pet right now. I uploaded the GIF file and it's not working. At least not from my view. Also, hello Dylan. Been a while indeed. I've been doing well. Started a new series for streaming. And still working on the droid video. How about you? How you doing, dude? So it let you upload as a GIF and it's not animated. Yeah, I'll while I'm still waiting around, we got 2 more minutes. I'll go ahead and see if I can't mess around in the studio. If I can't fix it or not. By the way, how does my mic sound? I was a little loud last stream. I'm trying different distances away from my mic. Is this okay? Is this not too grating? Is it a normal volume, I hope? Did notice the loudness, but this is great. Good, I'll keep it this way then. Doing great. I've been meaning to catch these streams, but life has been busy. That is totally understandable, dude. Life is life, you know? But hey, I'm glad you were able to catch this one. We also have another stream tomorrow, if you're able to catch that one. But yeah. For now, dude, we got a good one on here. So, as you can probably tell from the title and the previous stream VODs that I have on my channel now, I've been doing a series with our new hero, Deadeye Daniel. And he has 0 in every stat. The only reason that his strength is beyond normal is because I have stat of boosting items. But he has 0 in every stat. He now has 4 in his strength because of items. And let me tell you, it's been pain. If you want to catch the previous streams through the VODs, you can just see how bad it was. It's like, holy. Okay, so the Crab Boy emote is a GIF, and it's working in my studio. It is doing as it should, but when I post it, when you guys post it, it doesn't work. That's weird. That is very weird. Yeah, I'm playing as Deadeye Daniel, who is Deadeye Duncan's secret twin brother. He's very powerful, I assure you. Very strong and epic. Let me try this again, hold on. Okay, now the emote is like gone. I just posted it and I tried to click on it to like inspect it. Now it's gone. According to the Reddit post, it might be part of an emote review process, having to analyze the animation. Okay, well, I guess we can't really change that for now. Maybe tomorrow it'll be approved and working and whatnot. But yeah, fellas, it is 7:30. Let's get to work. I'm pretty sure I've done pretty much everything I can on Dantooine, apart from the Sandral Matale feud. I have to talk to the lady with her droid, the Clankophile. Mandalorian Raiders. I have to fight Sharuk. That's gonna be a pain. Well, there's a lot of XP in the Sandral estate, so that should help things out a little bit. And droids aren't too hard. It is so nice actually having force powers now. Useful force powers. Also, I have a new strategy, seeing as strength is going to be a big problem for this run, and we don't have high strength just yet from items. I'm going to be leaning on adrenals very, very hard. Adrenals only cost 50 credits each, and I have a lot of money, so like we can just dope the entire playthrough. Deadeye Daniel is going to be crutching on these for a good long while. It adds damage that we have been losing for a long time, and it'll add chance to hit, which is much more important. Because then we can finally start using power attack and flurry without fearing that we're going to, miss every single thing we attempt. Also, I corrected my error from the very start of the stream. I finally have the correct skills invested into my character. So I added the 3 skill points that I was missing from the very start of the run. We have our 5 in demolitions, and now we have 9 in treat injury, which is 5 with the -4 penalty. But yeah, we're good now. We're a lot better than we were a lot earlier in this run. Sad to me that you haven't equipped Flurry with your lightsaber attack yet. Yeah, I just haven't gotten to the feat yet. I probably should focus on Flurry more, seeing as it has the lowest attack penalty, which is really nice. I just haven't got to it yet. I originally thought I was going to be using only guns this run, believe it or not, so I invested in Flurry Shot. So now I have to pivot and go to melee Flurry. I didn't realize that strength would get a lot better in the mid and end game. In the early game, blasters were so needed because every melee item had a -4 to its damage and attack, and that was just not acceptable. And there were no strength gauntlets or strength implants to help offset that. Now that there is in the greater game, it is much better to run a lightsaber or Baragwin blade, all the melee, because we can compensate for the 0 stat and eventually profit go above the +0 modifier from having 10 strength. We can get up to 12 or 14, which is really good for a character that has had 0 in that stat for the entire playthrough. I think Space Romeo and Juliet is going to be interesting to try and adapt to a KOTOR remake. It feels kind of dated to play in a modern age. I feel like they could add a lot more cutscenes to make it interesting. That would be nice. They could add a lot of cutscenes to a lot of the quests in KOTOR to make it more interesting. Most of the quests are dated, as you said. Ow. Landmine. Another one. So, another thing about this run, Dylan, landmines, we can't see them because we have negative awareness, and they almost always hit for maximum damage or get their bonus effect off. Mildly annoying, I would say. Just mildly. need an updated Bastila romance scene, they probably will do that. I would imagine. This is BioWare we're talking about after all, not Obsidian. Well, it is a BioWare game. BioWare isn't in charge of the remaster, so I guess... I don't know. I don't really know what Saber Interactive has done with their RPGs. All I know is that they've done Space Marine. Space Marine 2. So maybe someone more knowledgeable with them would know what they're like. Noobzilla. Good morning, Mr. 8-Man. Good morning to you, too. How are you this fine morning for yourself? And 7:30 p.m. for myself. I like the way some of the quest writing is done when it's more unique and that cuts off the edge of the dated feeling, but the Dantooine families are literally Shakespeare. Yeah. That's the kind of writing you would see in a TV show from the early 2000s. They have to do the obligatory reference to older media episode, older artwork. Just finished work, now time for chill. Awesome. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing good. Had a pretty good day, was working on the droid video script. Added new emojis for channel members. You can see at the very top of the... well, I don't think you have. No, I don't think you can. I'll post them again, why not? We have a bunch of new emojis now. Many which have been a long time coming. Goose!
Why, hello, old friend.
Welcome back, Goose, and in regal fashion, king of the chat himself. Welcome. Also, hello, my Kia Mix, good to see you. But yes, we have 5 new emojis, as you guys can see. We have Kalo Nord, we have the Crab Boy being pet, which should be a GIF soon, hopefully tomorrow. They're probably still reviewing the GIF. We have the, this is outrageous, it's unfair. We have sad Anakin, so every time I break into the Anakin impression, you guys can just spam that. We have Grug, rhymes with Grug every time I have to use a grenade, and of course, Achuta for the Twi'lek Conlang, alien Conlang in this game. Sadakin, yes. Hey, you wanna buy any death sticks? Maybe once we get 10 more members, I could add a death stick emoji. I can't get any more emojis until we get 10 more members, so this is what we got for now. Plus all the old ones. Why do I have the Jackson Dart as an emoji? The Jackson Dart? You mean like the Camino Saber Dart? I don't know what the Jackson Dart is. Love your unique challenges on my favorite game of all time. Heck yeah, dude. KOTOR's the best. I could probably play this game forever if I really tried. I do genuinely wonder when I'm gonna run out of ideas. And even then, I'm sure people are gonna have plenty of ideas for me, so like... I'm not worried. 10 more members, you say? Sounds like more Pazak. I should stream Star Wars Bounty Hunter? You know, I did play that on the PS2. That was one of the games I had on the PS2 that I got from my cousins. Including Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic and Star Wars Battlefront 1 Classic. I never beat it. I got stuck on the prison level. I was just really bad at that game. Like, I didn't know what to do. It was, you know, one of those old 2000s games that didn't hold your hand. You kind of just had to figure things out for yourself. if you weren't watching YouTube. Now that I'm, you know, a fully developed adult, at least physically, maybe I'll have a better chance. Maybe. It is still very canon that my intelligence is only 1. Not even 1, it's 0. -0. Deadeye Daniel's smarter than me. And he was just born yesterday, so like... I am reminded I need to check and see if I can come across a copy of Rogue Squadron. I don't really know what people thought about that game. Oh, no, wait, I was thinking of the EA one. Yeah, I know Rogue Squadron. I've never played it, but I've heard of it. I'm not much for vehicle games, like racing games. I only really played like Mario Kart when I was younger. Didn't do any Forza or any racing games like that. Or any kind of plane flying simulators or dogfights. Never really was my kind of genre. Oh, I cleared out the place. Awesome. Always gotta double check your work, you know? I need every drop of XP I can get. Jackson Dart is a football and his whole thing is he loves... Oh! And he has Anakin Skywalker themed face paint. Really? Anakin Skywalker themed face paint. How do you... What do you do for Anakin Skywalker themed face paint? Do you color yourself the color of bacon so you get the post-Mustafar effect going on?
Who are you? What do you want with me?
You heard that it's really hard, but it seems so fun. Yeah. It was really fun. The bounty hunting mechanic was really cool. You would just like scan a whole group of NPCs looking for anyone who's got a bounty on them, and then you could just, you know, throw the wire or shoot them dead for their bounty. There was a different bounty for if they were brought in alive or dead. It was an interesting mechanic. I think that would have been much more interesting to focus on, the whole bounty hunting thing. Campaign, I don't really remember it. All I know is that Django had a handler, and she got an offer from Count Dooku, and Django wanted to get the big money reward that Count Dooku was offering, and at the end of the story, the whole thing that happens is, it was a test, and Count Dooku was using that as screening to prove that Jango Fett would be the perfect clone candidate. But, yeah, I've got to play that one day. Maybe when it's on sale, I'll pick it up. Oh, the scar. He draws on the scar. I see. Jedi Knight Dark Forces? No, but I did play Jedi Academy. Jedi Academy was pretty fun. I also had a mod that made dismemberment with lightsabers an insta-kill. It was an interesting interesting experience, I'll say that. No hair, third-degree burns, hatred for Obi-Wan. Big money reward. I think Count Dooku was offering like 2 million credits or something up front.
What are you doing?
Count Dooku was putting it out. That nobility of his, you know. He was not withholding funds. I don't think that game is canon anymore. Which would make sense. A lot of 2000s media isn't canon anymore. Clone Wars is pretty much like the only thing now. Dark Forces 2 is pretty neat. Platform FPS, pretty linear but pretty cool, I bet. Queen Alina, nice that I made it to Dantooine. Dark Forces 2 was neat.
You're back.
I probably would like it. It's like Star Wars Doom, right? It's like you're playing Doom with a lightsaber.
Rahasia. Oh, thank goodness you managed to escape.
Count Dooku laying more pipe than a master plumber. That is a wild thing to say.
No. But surely we can...
Here we go, guys. It's time for the Shrek reference. So, did we all play Peak Ending that was Dispatch? Invisigal Romance Clears. Yeah, I went with Invisigal too.
Mr. Matale,
Rahesia,
father.
Mr.
I absolutely went with Invisigal.
I knew this was
Like, I know that BB is absolutely canon, but
you had taken my Cassis from me.
Invisigal, Invisigal best gal.
Started it. I don't want to hear any of your excuses.
The lightsaber is really good in that as well. Bolt deflection feels really good when you get it right. Cool. Dispatch mentioned. Yeah, dude. Dispatch is really good. There are a lot of plot inconsistencies, though, which I could gush over. Well, not really gush over, rant about between the comics and the game, but I don't know if we really want to get into that. Dark Forces 1 and 2 are basically Star Wars Doom, just Dark Forces doesn't have you being a Jedi yet. Interesting. Would I expect anything less from you, Clint? Nah, we've got to have the star commentary, the star ideas here.
Our children don't know enough of what's good for them to make a
Dark Forces 2 was your first non-Lego Star Wars game.
wiser heads like ours.
Rahasian, you.
Actually, you know, I was thinking, was my first Star Wars game Lego Star Wars? And I think it was. I think Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy, was my first Star Wars game. I was thinking for a long time because there was a time between my first exposure to BF1 Classic and BF2 Classic, but yeah, original trilogy was great. That was like my entire view of the prequels as well. I hadn't seen the prequels before I watched before I had played Lego Star Wars, so my entire view of the prequels was just the Lego game. So when I saw the prequels and things were different than the Lego game, I was a little shocked.
Rahesia,
I am, Pop.
you expect us? You will hit me? I will not indeed, they
You know, I've never really understood the correct dialogue options to make them chill and make them talk to each other. I think the path is very narrow. Like, it has to be one certain option. Like, you try and be peaceful with the Romeo-Juliet quest, and you try and make them get along. But, every time I try and do it, I never find the right path. I know the wiki says that it's supposed to be a bunch of certain options, but I just haven't, I haven't learned it. Been too lazy. We got a JoJo PFP in the chat, yeah. Gills501, hello, Banana Lord. Welcome, Gills. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. How about Star Wars Galaxies? No, I never played it. I was a Toontown Club Penguin kid. However, I was looking into Star Wars Galaxies at one point. I saw a really cool recommended YouTube video a couple years ago, and it made me want to play it because it seemed really cool. But, from what I could tell, the private servers are really difficult to get on. It's been a few years, so maybe I'll try again someday, and I can do like a comparison between Star Wars Galaxies and SWTOR, seeing as I have extensive experience in SWTOR. I have a feeling I would like Star Wars Galaxies combat better, but who knows. That style of MMO hasn't been my favorite. Destiny has ruined MMOs for me. Admittedly. That alien in the milk, that was me, actually. Members game night, you teach me to play Empire at War, the RTS game. Test the gamer mouse click speed. That would be interesting. I think my friend has that game. That's the... Yeah, that is the RTS I'm thinking of. Yeah, my friend installed a whole bunch of mods for that. He's got a Clone Wars version of the game running right now. And he was playing it a few months ago. It looked really cool. I've played Stellaris and some Civ 6, so I'm pretty decent at RTSs. I know my way around them. I can figure them out pretty alright. The fact that the Clone Wars is canon is crazy. Anakin was such a maniac. Anakin really did do some of the craziest tactics and get away with it. Many of them illegal, but like, can you do war crimes against clankers? That's the question. I would think not. Like, can the rules of war really apply to machines when you're just destroying machines? It's not like the machines have families, right? Surely, surely. Lego Star Wars is some of the greatest piece of fiction ever made, absolutely. No, I know people have mixed opinions about the Skywalker saga, the remake, the update version of complete saga. What do you guys think of Skywalker Saga? I haven't played it, don't have it on Steam. I've got one friend that really likes it and another friend that really doesn't like it. So it's split down the middle. Oh no, your shitternet is back. Survive, Goose, survive. When you first played Star Wars Galaxy, I didn't realize you could fast travel, so I spent an hour walking across Dantooine. Oh no. You have to angle for getting them to buy a house for the two. You were a Club Penguin Pop Tropica kid. I played a little Pop Tropica on my school laptop. It was not my favorite. I kept thinking, why wouldn't... I think it was just the 2D platformer thing it had going on that I wasn't as accustomed to. I was much more accustomed to Club Penguin and Toontown. I know Club Penguin is flat as well, but I was a kid and I was dumb, so like, give young me a break. You're playing Warframe right now. That's basically Destiny, but better. Also, I didn't realize I was low. I was talking to my chat room. I'm a silly fella. Silly fella and a fart smeller. You played SWTOR on release day, still haven't finished any of the storylines, really? Wow. That's kind of funny, actually. I don't blame you, though. There are like 9 of those things. And there's DLC, expansions. There's a lot of content for SWTOR. Tried playing Star Wars Galaxy, but couldn't get on because one device can play at a time and your dad was playing it. That's pretty funny. You wanted to like SWTOR, but you're terrible at MMOs, and you were bitter that it's KOTOR 3. Yeah, I would have preferred if SWTOR was not our canon KOTOR 3. I don't think it's a very good transition. Like, sure, the time period makes sense, and the Sith-Jedi war makes for a good setting for an MMO. But, yeah. SWTOR's story overall is kind of eh for me. I dislike how messed up it is, and, how it seems to split weirdly between all the classes. You don't know which story quests for the classes are canon, which ones happen in what order, which ones matter, and who's like the canon hero or the canon character overall. And then when you go into the DLCs, you're still the same person, and yet you have none of the perks of being the same person. Like, no one recognizes, oh wow, you're the Jedi Knight, you're the guy who slayed the Emperor. Or, wow, you're the Sith Warrior, you're the right hand. But at the same time, the Inquisitor, the Bounty Hunter, the Trooper, the Agent, they're all supposed to exist alongside you. Where are they? What is their importance? Are they affecting the story? I think SWTOR tries to be too much of an everyman game, like your story can be whatever, and you can be whoever. Whoever's the main character, you want them to be the main character, fine. But for the sake of, like, just sheer common sense, like, the smuggler shouldn't be the guy who defeats the Emperor. That doesn't really make sense. Also, that's Sharuk, holy crap. I'm surprised I didn't trigger dialogue right there and then. That would have sucked.
I played Stir once. It took forever to download.
Taking forever to download SWTOR? Yeah. That sounds about right. I recommend playing it through Steam if you ever want to try it. It's much quicker through Steam. Don't know why, but let's just say that Gaben worked his magic. I mean, they're machines, they're just asking for it. The B1s do scream and seem terrified, so in theory you can consider it a war crime against them. Empire at War and its mods are awesome, the space combat is intense. You thought Skywalker Saga was kinda boring. Richard Williams, good evening from Mr. Democracy himself. How was the Davik and Kahlo Snord fight? That was a little bit of a tough fight, but thankfully we were able to just throw grenades, as we usually do. Speaking of which, Richard, if you're going to make Kahlo puns tonight, we have a new emoji just for you. Check it out. Also, hooray, Goose's internet is no longer blowing up. You're playing Waifu Warframe, aka Duet Night Abyss. I don't know any of the Warframes except Wukong, because I am a monkey myself, so the only one that matters is the monkey. SWTOR was nice, played when they released legendary player status and ground out all the stories, quit immediately after. They axed the low population server I did it on, rip. That is unfortunate. MMOs just don't build good, cohesive stories, they just set up quests and can't create permanency. Yeah, talk about lack of permanency when you look at how they revived Darth Malgus for, what, the third time now? Like, once the Emperor died, and he wasn't even really a good villain in my opinion, he made no sense in so many ways. They said, you know what, we have literally nobody now who can become a new antagonist. Let's bring back Malgus. This threat which we have killed, I don't know, 3-4 times now. He's the villain again. Granted, I haven't really kept up with SWTOR's story very much after I did the Eternal Throne, because I didn't really play after that. So I don't know how the story is now, I don't know what's going on. All I know is I saw Malgus again, and I was like, come on, dude. Come on. Really? Cake, welcome. We were talking about old Star Wars games. All the Star Wars games. We're debating on which ones were good or not. Like civilized human beings. The Inquisitor coming back and taking his place in the Dark Council was great. Oh, I didn't know he did that. I never finished Inquisitor's story. If there's a reverse mod for KOTOR, you can play the game as Malik and spend the whole game hunting Bastila and Avner. I'm gonna be real, I don't think Malik did anything the entire game. He was probably sitting around in his ship playing Marvel Rivals while Revan was out and about doing things. Sith never do the job themselves. That's like a rule. You did the Jedi Sentinel light side run. It was alright, but it felt lacking. Consular Story is kind of like a blur for me. I didn't remember anything about Consular Story, but I really liked playing Consular. Telekinetic Sage is really fun. That was my favorite character. Half-Life 3 soon. I heard the leaks. I heard that there may be leaks of Half-Life 3 launching with their console. If that's true, that is so huge. I don't think Xbox and PS4 have created that amount of hype ever in recent memory. So if that's true, Steam has just dominated the market of gaming. Also, yes, Richard, you see the emojis. Kahlo Vord himself. Thoughts on the Wukong Souls-like? I haven't played it, but I want to, because it's monkey game. That would be such a good stream game for me. In between videos. That would be really, really fun. But then again, I should probably play like Dark Souls 1 first, because I still have not played a single Souls-like game. I need the experience, you know? I have a feeling I'd be pretty good at Souls-like, seeing as KOTOR is somewhat similar with the items scattered across the world, and you have to have, you know, like a checklist for your build, stuff like that. And I'm very good at baiting out enemies one at a time. I don't like fighting too many people at once, especially when I'm doing a challenge. I'd probably be okay at a Dark Souls game. The question is, you know, what build would I run? I think it would be Mage, just because it goes away from the grain a little bit. Just a teeny little bit. Learning spells. Going free run on the ass. Malik was smoking death sticks. Yeah, Scion got his hands dirty. He was at least trying. Scion was looking for you, and he found you. Once. Granted, it was just once, but it was enough for him to be, you know, scary. Like, yeah. Alright, this guy's looking for me. And of course, Scion was far more intimidating than Malik was. Malik is a Saturday night cartoon villain, in the best way possible. I love Malik. But Scion, that fella, he had to go. So after the Eternal Throne for Inquisitor, there's a scene where he comes back to the council, shoots a new council member with lightning, just takes his seat. That's a very SWTOR cutscene. Reuse one of 3 animations, somebody falls over, they die, and someone does something, and everyone does the shrug emote. SWTOR cutscene. Alright, so I'll give props to SWTOR for, you know, crafting an entire narrative and everything. Having campaigns at all in an MMO is cool. Like an RPG-like campaign in an MMO. Where you can make choices. I don't think any other MMOs really do that, but feel free to correct me on that one. But they like reusing stuff a lot. They like reusing animations. Marvel Rivals. Everyone loves Marvel Rivals, guys. I love Marvel Rivals. I never have problematic thoughts while playing Marvel Rivals ever. Revan didn't cut his jaw off. He got throat cancer. No, that was HK-47. HK-47 just, you know, tore that guy's jaw off because it was funny, and Revan thought it was hilarious. Look, it's a revised first mod where Malik heals his crippling social anxiety and actually goes outside to sort out the situation himself instead of sending a constant stream of mobilized XP. Yeah, if Malik did things on his own, like even if he didn't want to do things on his own, if he was just, you know, willing to blow up Dantooine earlier, or just blew up one of the planets Revan was on earlier instead of sending out his apprentice or whatever, then there you go, problem solved. You did it. You got him. Also, as you guys can see, I'm being very silly. I'm just baiting away the boss so I can deal with the little guys. Waiting for their shields to go away, because that would make my life so much easier. Seeing as I am wielding a lightsaber here. And lightsabers get blocked by personal shields. You would think they would keep that technology 4,000 years in the future, but they didn't. Maul's the closest Sith we ever got to doing things themselves. Kinda, yeah, pretty much. Malik had his jaw taken off because he wanted to look cool. No, the real reason Malik got his jaw cut off is because he wanted to be a clanker. Truly. There could be no other reason. He has the clanker pass now. Bring people back to live in games and movies is just... Back to life in games and movies is just bad writing. Yeah, it is... It is very questionable when a person is brought back to life in a game or a movie. And Maul... I think Maul made the best of his revival. People wanted more of Maul, and they got more of Maul. I think we just have too much of Maul now. I love Sam Witwer. I love him as a performer. And I love how he makes Maul come to life. But I think there's just been a lot of attention on him. Maybe too much. So, you know. Maybe we dial that back down a little bit. Play Dark Souls, do a fist weapon only run, get good. That would be painful. That would be painful indeed. I should stream the Star Wars RTS, Galactic Battlegrounds, and its expansion. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe in the future. Magic is so fun in the Souls games. You should try out Pyromancer in 1. That does sound fun. I have seen all the Yumfa videos of him doing magic runs and all the other challenge videos he does. So I think magic would be fun to do. Malik smoked too many cigs. That would make sense. Damn Donut King. Donut missing the stream. He's not a real fan. Chat, tar and feather this guy. My non-existent mods. Crush his balls. Alright, I may have to do the funny strat here. Funny strat. I'm faster than you. Oh no, I messed up. Did someone get a screenshot of Deadeye Daniel looking really mad at the camera? That was really funny. I strike a you, I run away, come back. I was too fast. Got him. Alright, and now I'm going to go do the funny trick where I go back to the Ebon Hawk again, take a quick smoke break, and come back. I didn't realize how easy it was to cheese people in these games until I started playing this game much more. I assure you all that this is very necessary to win, because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight Sharuk at 0 in every stat. That would not be very excellent. I gotta play Jedi Guardian more, dude. Then again, at the same time, I need to be able to use lightsabers in my challenges more. It's not very often I get to use lightsabers. Almost as often as I get to use party members, which is never. You haven't played any Souls games, which one should you play first? That's a good question. Ask Straw. I think everyone says that you should play Elden Ring first, though, but take that with a grain of salt. Tiberius of Alona, lol, mods. Darth Milk should blow up Kashyyyk after he finds out Revan's quest to find the Starforge. It would have been the smartest move, it's true. It's very true. Chat, remove his sprinkles. You have a Discord to share it in? I do have a Discord, but it is for the Gorilla Club members. If you would like to share it, you could send a Google Drive link, I guess. Well, it's very inconvenient, I'm sorry. I can send you my Discord in just a sec if you have it. If you have the image. Also, easy. Funny Guardian tactics. pre-lightsaber steed. Alright, with that, I think that's just about every quest on Dantooine. We can finally leave. We're free! Scoundrel Jedi Consular, but you can't use force powers? That would be so painful. That would be so painful. Also, while I'm here, I should probably go get Sasha. But, in a minute. Sorry, you only have X-Fire? Dang. Dang. Chat, remove his sprinkles and unhole his donut. Donut situation is kind of crazy right now. You called Malik Darth Milk because it's funny. It is pretty funny. It's okay, you don't have the image yet, except in your mind. Of course, you have manifested it in your brain. Do it! Do I have a dedicated Discord server for the channel? No, not yet, because I need to get mods. I need to get good mods. I know some people in the community have said they would like to... that they would like to volunteer, but I also want to be able to, like, pay those people something. I don't want it to be totally for free. I think once I hit, like, 10k subs, I'll be big enough to have that infrastructure in place. I'll be able to give people some nice compensation and have a public Discord server that I can mess around in and keep an eye on. But for now it's just a smaller community with the Guerrilla Club that I can manage pretty easily all by myself. But in the future, yes, there will be a Discord server. We've got people threatening each other in my chat. I see it's that part of the night. Amazing. Amazing. My chat is the best chat. They're the smartest. They're the most intelligent, most nice people. They are the bestest. The best ever, you could say. Damn, my light side points are still not high enough. I thought I'd be really raking them in by now. Return to Mankey. Only 5.52 thousand more subs. Yeah, I think that'll be, probably next year. Unless I get real coverage on my next droid video. We'll see what happens, though. Hooray, XP. You'll still stack donuts on it? Bro. Stacking donuts on it in my chat. That is wild. Remember to share and like and pump that algorithm. Yeah, you heard Crow, fellas. Crow has got the right idea. Let's get those numbers up. Alright, I have done pretty much everything on this planet. Yeah, okay. Finally done with Dantooine. I just need to go exhaust the Sasha dialogue, get her returned, and then I can go to Kashyyyk. 2015 was 20 years ago? I don't think that's true. Only 4 more showers until 2016. Everyone's time traveling now. We've got time travelers, we've got donut stackers. Just another day in the chat room, guys. We get silly in here. Chat is cooked tonight. The chat would never be cooked. Can you go to 6969? Bro. If humanity's still alive by then, I would be surprised. Hello, Sasha.
Kipuna. Mucho shaka.
We're learning Kepuna tonight. Wait a minute, hold on. These dialogue options aren't linked to intelligence, are they? Oh my god. Oh my god, are these dialogue options linked to intelligence? Also, yes, we have the Achuta. We have the Achuta emote for the members, as we can see with Crow posting. Very nice. In the year 2525, if man is still alive. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Mucha shakapaka. 19 people are tied for third. That means we don't have enough donations. We don't have enough democracy in the chat room. Would make sense if this is tied to intelligence. I'm looking it up, actually. I have got to know. KOTOR strategy guide. Gameplay. Walkthrough. Ebon Hawk. Dwindling supplies. Strange stowaway. I don't think there is anything that says it's tied to intelligence. I don't see anything here. It would be really funny if it was secretly tied to intelligence, though. All right, let's see here. Let's just keep exhausting dialogue here. It's no, I don't understand. He doesn't understand anything. All right, we got one. Nothing is working. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. Okay, now we got it. We're good. Alright. I kind of wish this was tied to intelligence. It would be really funny to just see this face staring dumbfounded at just trying to figure out her language. Like, huh? Huh? There's a streamer used to watch that spoke Mandoa with his friends during games to strategize. That is peak strategy. That is very interesting. Can we brute force the dialogue for the only person that might possibly be in between Daniel and Gizka in intelligence level? Yeah. Don't worry, it's working now. We got it working. Welcome new crew member. My guy. 108613. Welcome to the chat room. I don't know if there's any checks in this game besides for persuade. She's actually just speaking comic. That's a good headcanon. Our zero intelligence character can't understand this one person for some reason, even though she's speaking completely normally. We're just clearly experiencing a brain hemorrhage right now. We did it, guys. We can speak gibberish. We did it. Alright, finally, we've exhausted the dialogue. We can get the XP, and we can move on to Kashyyyk. She has a lisp, maybe? The slightest deviation in normal speech just makes Daniel's brain fry. Plot twist, common has been replaced by gibberish. Why didn't anyone tell me? Yay, light side points. Now, get off of my ship. It's Kashyyyk time. Actually, no, I'll probably visit Manon or Dantooine real quick so I can buy a bunch of strength drugs, because we really need them. You seem to have a knack for understanding alien languages. No, Danny just nods his way through every interaction and is somehow lucky enough for it to eventually work. Yeah, exactly. Why didn't player character just use HK to translate? It's because player character knows every alien language ever, because he's just really smart for some reason. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. The game explains it in a few ways beyond a spoiler. There is an assumption that Force-sensitive people can just magically understand everybody no matter what. It's just a thing with Force sensitivity. They can just automatically translate, which doesn't really make sense, but sure, why not? I'm going to break public property as soon as I land here, by the way. That's a charming way of making sure everyone knows that I'm here to make big bucks. Force users are empaths. Yes, they use the great force of empathy to immediately understand and comprehend language differences. Because, of course, it's a very real thing. There was a theater production a few years back I did where I had to speak fluent specific gibberish for half an hour. Wow. That sounds really fun. But I'll take your word on it if you saying it's easy, because I think I would have a really tough time remembering gibberish. It's the carpet world. I mean, the rug world. Wait, no, I mean the Fleabag. Bro, are you racist toward the Wookiees? What'd they ever do to you, bro? What is up? Hey, look, we got another Pazak player. We love seeing Pazak players out here. Not spoiling the 20-year-old game, kudos. Yeah, I have a little bit of class, occasionally, sometimes. I heard the Riz sound effect. Who subscribed? Who has subscribed? Damn, I missed it. Hold on, let me reload. Or not reload. Go back in the recording. Pit Viper. Welcome, Pit Viper, to the subscriber club. Can read body language real good, surely. Force user could probably read intentions, sure, but like every time you're in a conversation with somebody, you are understanding every single word they say. And it is implied simply because you're Force sensitive, you can understand every language perfectly. And speak to them in their language too. Circa employees seeing an old senile guy bashing up locked containers. Yeah, I'd probably keep moving too. That is a bit of a disturbing thing to see. The Wookiees took all the jobs. You know those Wookiees weren't exactly working of their own volition, right? Also, yes, I will be going to Dantooine to buy drugs. To buy performance-enhancing substances to make combat more easier. So I will be more stronger. Those darn tall Wookiees making engineers design high shelves and cabinets. How dare. The Exile explained it at some point. Daniel's just smart. Exactly. More and better, stronger, and smarter. The smartest ever. I wouldn't say that, Cake. I wouldn't say that. Though the Rakatans would agree with you. And Zerka. Alright, buddy, where are your... There they are. Infinite supply of adrenal strengths. Or cheap, mind you. Almost as cheap as health packs. Almost. I think that's really funny. There's like no reason in this game to not always be zonked out of your mind. Because it's just too good of a bonus to pass up, you know? Anyway, thanks, bruh. Met the plug on Dantooine. I'm going to Korban. How often does Zalbar clog the toilet on that? What the hell? Zalbar, you hearing this, bro? They're asking these questions about you. We were talking about the location of the bathroom on the Ebon Hawk the other day, actually. And we came to the conclusion that there is a vacuum port somewhere that we just don't know about. There was a suggestion that it was in the med bay, and that's why Jolie likes to hang out in there, but as you can see, it is just a chair. There's no port or nothing. I do wonder where it is, because there has to be one. Ain't no way I'm leaving my companions in the Ebon Hawk all day and they don't have a toilet. You heard cottons instead of Rakatans. Yeah, we're gonna call Rakatans by a slur now. They're cottons now. Just with a K-A-T-A. K-A-T-A-N. None of the Raka in front of their name.
Greetings to... So, first forth.
Harder, faster, better, stronger by Daft Punk, of course. Drug does rhyme with grug. We don't know if we really solved the Ebon Hawk toilet problem. Listen, I assume that it's somewhere. It's just out of sight. We just don't know. Maybe one of the wall panels folds out. Yeah, it was a smuggler ship, so you know. Who knows? Maybe they hide it. How often we die to have to clear a T4 Roomba module? Walking carpet probably sheds a kilo of wool per week. I think T3 is in charge of the Roomba business on the ship. That's probably what he handles. Cottons in Paris. Nah, their cottons are on Terrace. Terrace is the funny rhyming planet, so it's gotta be Terrace. No, wait, I have a stutter that might make me say too many Ks. That would be an issue. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Don't be saying nothing suspicious. Smuggler's bathroom. Why is the album called Cottons on Terrace? Cottons in Paris. Listen, man, them Infinite Empire motherfuckers, they got around. They found Earth and they just left it alone. They hung out on Terrace. Hung out in the city of Paris because they felt like it. Not anymore. Terrace exploded. That's true. That's why T3's always moving in KOTOR 2. Well, in KOTOR 2, you don't even have a Wookiee in your party unless you're Darkside. So like,
Hold here, Spacer. Circa Corporate Wookiee Hunters.
so like, you have to be Darkside for T3 to be using the Roomba function. Unless, of course, T3 is just sipping up your hair if you're Space Jesus. The Space Jesus PFP does have quite the mane on him. Alright, come get me, fellas. Let's see what you got. I am protected by turrets and you are not. This will not go favorably for you. Unless it does. Unless it does. This is very unfortunate. Every time I play this run and I'm in combat, I just have to remember, yep, 0 stat run. 0 stat run. And I'm gonna be really cheap and just run back to Ebon Hawk so I don't have to heal myself with medpacks. Hi, how's it going? Chicho. It is going pretty well. We are finally off of Dantooine. In the 0 stat run, we are finally doing our first planet legit. It just took a little while, but yeah, we're making progress. They wanted me so bad. Haha. I have that effect on spiders, I guess. The old lady probably shed skin cell. Wow. Wow. Doing Kreia dirty like that. Kreia would not approve of that. Between Jolie and Zalbar, T3 is overworked. Bro, now we're dogging on Jolie too. This is wild. Disrespect. The Ebon Hawk Toi. You have unleashed an unspeakable horror. How dare you? So fellas, this planet is going to be slightly more difficult, seeing as we do not have the ability to go back to the Ebon Hawk every 3 seconds. We'll just have to rely on our healing. How dare this game make me rely on resources? It's outrageous, it's unfair. I should be able to coast through the game, even at 0 stats. Is this really worth it? Of course it is. That's free XP.
What are you trying to...
I think, would you just...
We don't like fellas like this guy here. We don't like these corpos. See, even the light side agrees with me. Remember, everyone, it's not a murder if the light side says you're doing good, lad. Aw. Crab Boy's getting pets, as he should, as he should. DM going to end up on Kahlo's list for that. Kahlo's gonna find you, bro. You're cooked. How dare this challenge run be challenging? Justice for corpos? What are you, some kind of Sokka sympathizer? V, I'm telling you, these corpos, they're trying to make me play Super Monkey Ball. I don't like Super Monkey Ball, V. By the way, seeing as I was born in the 2000s probably, I probably said Skibbity Toilet a lot. Johnny Silverhand definitely is missing some 2020 slang. I don't care how different the history of Cyberpunk is, I'm just saying Johnny would have some TikTok and Vine speech thingies going on. No, my droid! This is so sad. I knew him for 3 seconds. It's alright, guys, I've got... Why is there a mine there? That's mildly annoying. Chopped and cooked. Reminds me of the time you played Mass Effect, where the Paragon option is pistol whipping someone. Hey, it's better than, you know, doming them, right? Kahlo's got a list, and I'm sure they won't be missed. Do I keep the emotes if I join the club then run out of time? I don't know. I think you have to stay a member to keep the emotes, I'm pretty sure. And you get the emotes even at the cheapest option, so you don't have to get like the highest. You don't have to get the highest option. You can just be. You can be the. You can be the cheapest option and still have emotes. There is no rank requirement. Funny strat. Funny strat. Oh no, I ran out of speed. I'm gonna lose. The droid will be remembered until Dementia Daniel forgets. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Rich isn't Dr. Democracy, he's Mr. Capitalism. What's the difference? Implant to make Vine Boom sound whenever. You wish there was an option, but the Renegade option is not pistol whipping the guy? Letting him go? That's not very Renegade, bro. That sounds like some Fed... Sounds like some Fed material, if you ask me. My acrobatics are stunning these poor animals. They don't understand how awesome I am. How awesome Deadeye Daniel is, that is. But now they're ganging up on me, so maybe they do understand a little bit. Daniel is a Clanker sympathizer. I don't know if I would say he was a Clanker sympathizer. He probably doesn't even know what a Clanker is. He probably just thinks metal moves like that because he's a little dumb. Only requirement is to return to Monkey, yes. If I don't hear... Oh my god. If I don't hear 6-7 jokes, see Skibbity Toilets, or get mogged in the KOTOR remake, I'm politely going to have an evil emails to write to the developers. I was talking about Cyberpunk. I was talking about Johnny Silverhanded Cyberpunk, so don't worry, I don't need to see that in KOTOR. That would give me an aneurysm. About half the Renegade options in Mass Effect are evil and the other half are cool. Yeah, that sounds about right. Can you ban Richard Williams? Alright, mods. He said 6-7 and Skibbity. That's 2 strikes. One more and he's gone. Hello, hello. Playing Gizka yet? I am playing as something weaker than a Gizka. I'm playing as Deadeye Daniel. Twin brother and Avenger of Deadeye Duncan. The greatest duelist to ever live? May have heard of him. I have 0 in every stat. Gizka are stronger than I am. JC Denton better be in the KOTOR remake. JC, it's a bomb! A bomb. You were just playing Cyberpunk? Yeah, dude, it's a great game. You doing Guerrilla Arms? You doing a Guerrilla Arms build? Those are my favorite. How goes the challenge? Pretty okay, I guess. We have gone over many hurdles. We've gotten much stronger in the past couple streams than we ever have been, now that we can use lightsabers and melee weapons and force powers. Granted, we don't have any force power points. We only get... At the end of this run, we're only going to have like 50 force points, which is nothing. As you can see, I am having to wait for my force points to recharge between fights, which is pretty awful. But yeah. Apart from that, the run's going pretty decent. We have lots of restrictions, and that makes it a challenge. So that's what makes it fun, you know. Dusty legit found out Gizka have higher stats than Danny, and that's true. Mantis arms. Gorilla arms are my favorite, though. Hell yeah. You understand. You beat Metro 2033? Haven't heard of that one. Daniel is the most useless one in the Deadeye family, but he did become force sensitive, and he's really lucky at Pizak, so like it balances out. Not many metachlorians manual. I got a feeling I'm gonna be making a lot of members of the Deadeye family in future streams. We'll have lore. Every different hero will be another member of the Deadeye family. It'll be so peak, guys. Ow, stop that. Don't worry, guys. These spiders have a barrier. They can't follow me past a certain point. So I can keep jumping on top of them and slashing them infinitely. But if I run out of force speed, well, then that changes things. Just a little bit. Original Deus Ex is fantastic despite its age. I've seen the philosophy videos around Deus Ex and Metal Gear Solid 2. I gotta play those games eventually. Those Mandalorians are gonna be a pain. Honestly, bro, I think I'm gonna skip them. At least for now. At this level, they're probably too tough. Too much of a pain in the buttocks to deal with, as it were. Ain't no way I'm missing these guys, bro. There we go. We like seeing the crit number. And a level up! Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. That's my go! Deadeye Daniel! Greatest Jedi to ever live, by the way. We'll be getting rid of that stat boost later, don't worry. I'm a man of my word. Hooray! Didn't get a force point reset. That's a little unfortunate. I thought that level ups did that. Waniel, yeah, dude. With the stat point rework, do you have enough demolition mines to mine trap the Mandos? Yeah, probably. That'd be a good idea. I just need to buy the mines. I think I'll just fight the Mandos later. It's not like they're going anywhere. I can come back after I've done some easier quests and take care of them. But then again, maybe I'll just skip them forever because, like, I don't need to do that quest. There's no unique loot. Well, there is a unique thing that the Wookiee gives you, but I can't use it as far as I remember. And, there's more than enough XP at the end of the game to push a character well beyond level 20. Machine God bless the genius who came up with the idea of cyberpunk with all the conspiracy. What? Yeah. It is basically true that Cyberpunk was built on conspiracies from the real world. And then that was the world building. Guys, we're attacking with more than one swing now. Let's go. I think this means we can power attack confidently because we have 2 tries with power attack now. And you know, having a plus 15 to our bonus is pretty good for a character with no stats, you know. Let's give some power attacks a try. All right, that's not inspiring confidence, admittedly. Okay, all right. Maybe we still need more attack bonuses, perhaps. And that's okay. Grug is the most powerful. He's the dumbest of the Deadeye family. Are we saying? Are we saying everyone who's not Avner is a part of the Deadeye family? Is that the lore? Jedi Guardian, big air bonus. Grug with the right motivation could beat a Gorog. You're so right. Grug low diffs. Grug always low diffs. He's the strongest after all. It's not true. Avner's the strongest, but you know we gotta give Grug some points. You know, Grug is the most popular, so therefore he becomes the strongest. 120k views don't lie. Maybe it should be canon that my character's the strongest one is the one with the most views at any given time. That'd be pretty funny, to be honest. Alright, that Viper Kinrath does some real damage. I dislike that. Fun fact, if you stream Metro 2033, you get restricted in Russia and... Huh. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Avner previously dated Deadeye Daisy. He's an in-law of the Deadeye family. We're just coming up with lore tonight, bro. Deadeye Daisy. Anyone is a part of the Deadeye family, even Deadeye Roger. Roger. How did Roger get into the family? I wonder. My characters gain strength from the number of viewers, yes. Therefore, Grug is the strongest in all of history. Poor Pax. Poor Pax is just a little guy. Metro writer Dmitry Glushkovy is banned by the Russian government. Ah. Ukrainian studio. That would explain it. Kahlo is the Deadeye family unk. No way, bruh. He's the black sheep. Separated from the family after a after a disagreement at Thanksgiving. Surely. No, wait, I'm not ready yet. I don't have my force points. Go away. Go away. Go away, you freak. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway. Alright, I didn't get my jump. The fence got in the way. Gotcha. I run away. I do it again. I run away. I do it again. I run away. I do it again. I run away. Oh, he runs away. And we got him. Ryder is Russian, but in exile now, yeah. He run away, and I do it again. Without good Karth is with a blaster, his new nickname is Karth Discount Deadeye Onassi. Honorary Deadeye family member. Because why not? Because why not? Also, free stuff. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh, right. These guys. Well, I have a plan. I have 12% of a plan. I'm gonna have to wait for all of my force points to regenerate so I can have the force resist power going while I fight these guys. I can separate them pretty easy. It's just gonna be a matter of going very fast. These guys? What do you mean by that? The Dark Jedi who are waiting to mug me? They're telling me to come outside? They're on my door ring camera right now, looking at me. Looking for my foams. Alright, we got the force resistance, we got the force speed. Got the save. Energy shield. Energy. Adrenal strength. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Lord. One at a time, gentlemen. I'm very shy. There we go. Love to see it. Yeah, let's fight him head on. Why not? We'll give him a fair fight. Broke through my energy shield instantly, by the way. Which is quay. Got him. One down. Who's next? Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Hurry up. There we go. Thanks. These guys are pretty dangerous. They're breaking my shields real quick. But, I'm kicking them butts, though. Oh, yeah. It's that easy. It's that easy, chat. The Sith situation is kind of crazy right now. Denny has to hype himself up with a pep talk before he goes into fights. Yeah, pretty much. Happens a lot. Many such cases. Sith reminds you of the Fallout NV Legionnaires that hunt you, showing up when you least expect it and being a pain. Well, every time in this game, you know where they come. Pause. You know when they show up. They have a... They've got a specific behavior. Specific places where they spawn each time. I believe this is true of the Legionnaires as well. They have specific spawn points. Oh no, he got me, even though I had force resist on. That's mildly annoying. He stunned me with his force power, dude. Now he's sucking me off. Get antidoted, idiot. Nice force power. Hitting level 15 is going to be a big step for Daniel here, because then he'll be able to resist pretty much every force power with no issue. And that'll save his butt a lot. In most situations. These guys are the meatbag versions of the HK50s in K2? Yeah, you're right. That is more fair and valid. It seems too many writers bring life into their fantasy universe. Many such cases. When you're third... Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're having a conversation? I'll let you guys discuss. Roger is Deadeye Duncan's third cousin, and Daniel's the grandfather of King Grug. Surely. Surely. Alright, let's go talk to the Wookiees. Yeah, you were talking about Metro. The Metro novels. Maybe I will. One of these days. I demand an explanation. You don't want me to get angry. Yeah, glad that Wookiee was just, you know, watching me fight those Sith guys. You're going for last light tomorrow. Okay. Very nice. You should side with the Corpos. No, I need light side. I need light side for the Circlet of Suresh. And I need the +3 strength from Jedi Guardian light side mastery. Because we have a melee weapon. And we have no strength stat, so you know. It'd be really cool. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool if I could hit what I'm attacking at any given time. Not a fan of how Exodus ended. Is Daniel intelligent to know slavery is wrong? I think if someone explained it to him very slowly and through the allegory of food, then yes, he would understand. Alright, fellas. We're gonna have to do the side quests on Kashyyyk as well. They're gonna take a long time because they always do, but at least we have 4 speed this run, unlike with Roger. So we can actually run around very quick and shorten the time. But yeah, it's a bit of a chore to go up and down the Kashyyyk basket. I wish there was a way to fast travel on this planet. Daniel is intelligent to know that money can be traded for goods and services. Money can be traded for grenades, which rhymes with grug. It's true, there's like a whole new emoji that says so. Like, look at that, guys. It's beautiful. It's grugular, if you will. Grugtacular. It's grug maxed. Pure Pazak. Is Lieutenant Gren from Telos a reskin of Deadeye Duncan? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. We all know how bad Obsidian was getting crunched to get KOTOR 2 out. Why do you not help the Corpos if you are in character? The only person that has helped the Corpos thus far is Pax. And that's because he had to. Well, even then, Pax didn't even have to. Indirectly, he would have been helping them either way, because he would have just not done Kashyyyk. He would have just skipped through all of Kashyyyk's quest and just gotten the star map. Somebody told me that in a comment that I messed up and should have just done that for the pacifist route. Which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm not mad about it. Just mildly perturbed. As it were. I don't ever really have a reason to side with the Corpos. Unless I'm doing a run in the future where I need dark side points and I am a dark side force user, then I will side with the Corpos just for stat bonuses. But Grug doesn't need the stat bonuses, so I didn't bother. And Roger didn't need the stat bonuses either, so I didn't with him. David looks similar also. Yeah, they kind of do all look real similar. Gotta hit your foes in the Grugular to take them down. Grugtastic, dude. Grugtastic. I turn around and I hit him again. I turn around and I hit him again. I'm out of speed. Oh well. We tried. We got him though. So we're chill. We're chilling. Every time I play this game, I find out new and fun and exciting ways to make it as boring as possible for me to play. Why fight things directly when you can just run away? Like a true Joestar. Am I right? I turn around, I run away. I turn around, run away. I go back. I 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 run away. Ow, I got hit. I go back. And then I run away again. And then I messed it up, but it's fine. We got him. This is not the coward's way out, it's the way a smart man fights. See, that's not canon then. There's no way that Daniel should be able to pull off these maneuvers. Is that a JoJo reference? Fighting Daniel. Yeah. That is a good strategy name, we'll go with that. Also, thank goodness that Kalo Nord is stuck on Korriban right now, or else he would have ambushed me at the elevator, and that would have been not very epic. Now that he's stuck on Korriban, I think I'm chill. I shouldn't be in any danger down here. Apart from the animals. Dementia Daniel is the smartest but least intelligent. He's got battle IQ, guys. The TikTok edits call him a genius for that. Oh. Alright. Guess we won't be dealing with that guy. He's Dirty Dan. He fights dirty. The dirtiest Daniel of all. The TikTok battle IQ. Yeah, exactly, dude. We gotta see a TikTok edit between my challenge characters. Like battle IQ, strength, durability. All the funny slop stats like that. Who would win? Well, second dirtiest. The first is Schneider. Who's Schneider? Guardian Swing isn't a tactical decision, it's an instinct. If I could jump from 20 feet in a front flip and downswipe a laser sword, I would too. And I bought Halo 4. I'm clearly an idiot. Halo 5. Grug would win. I don't think Grug diffs Avner, though. I think Avner diffs everyone on the list. Like, Avner destroys Droid Roger. Avner can use Force Whirlwind on Grug, probably. And Pax, of course, is useless. So, like, I think he's got it in the bag. Dan Schneider. Oh, Dan Schneider. Yeah. The dirtiest Dan. We don't talk about the dirtiest Dan. This movie, Rob Schneider. Grug would eat Avner's guns? You make a compelling point. I literally cannot argue against that. It is an impossible point to debate. Grug probably would eat Avner's guns, I guess. Pax is the moral high ground and thus can't be defeated. It's true, the grand values of pacifism guide him in every way, and they make him a greater man. Did I become the mysterious stranger? Yeah, I was able to do the dueling quest on Terrace. We had to avenge our poor brother, Deadeye Duncan, having his head removed by Gurlon Two Fingers. We became champion just for him. It was important. It was an important day for the Duncan family, the Deadeye family. Avner doesn't have to bash open containers. That is true. He has the ability to work locks. I wonder if Pax read the book High Ground, Moral and Physical by Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Surely he did. Pax is a big fan of the Jedi. Anakin, I have the high ground. That means I win. Nuh-uh, Master. I have a gun. Where did you get that? Pew, pew, oh. Gotta go, bye. Dang. See you around, Hypercube. Hope to catch you tomorrow. For the next stream. You prefer Anakin's thesis on the dichotomy of the story between... On the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Yeah. His thesis was very well written and had lots of scientific merit. I do believe it's not talked about enough how intelligent Anakin is. High HP enemies that regen HP. This'll be fun. KOTOR at 0 stat. What is the basic premise of the challenge? Completing the game a lot slower. Naturally. Very, very slowly. Though it gets faster. What would you guys do for the high ground? That's the real question. How far are you willing to go to achieve the high ground? Uh-oh. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't hit me. I'm very I'm fragile. I'm just a fragile little man. I'm a fragile little man who does funny jumps. Don't do this. I'm just here for a headpiece, to be honest. So, like, if you could let me go, that'd be kind of chill. Man, look at this guy not even helping. He's just scratching his head like nothing's happening. Also, I should probably pop an adrenal. I bought a bunch of them for a reason. As to use them. Got him. That's a lot of XP. I'd stop stacking donuts on it for the high ground, bro. Grug can use the process of elimination. I mean, I think Anakin did that too in the Jedi Temple that one time. If you know what I do for a Klondike bar, the limits of my dirty deeds to get the high ground would frighten you. They probably would. Maybe I shouldn't ask. Be too fearful of a thing. The weight of a kindly god is a fearful thing. Ibn Kirtaiba. Ha, you're slow. You're really slow. You know, I'm probably gonna have to do this strat for Malik. Running back and forth with Jedi Guardian Slam. It'd be really funny. Hello, Jolie. Beating? You think I don't beat this? You think I can't beat this game? You think I can't beat this game with 0 in every stat? You think I don't got that? I'm offended, personally. There hasn't been an undefeated challenge yet. Well, that's not true. The pacifist run was technically defeated from a rule set point of view. Well, not from a rule set point of view, from a challenge point of view. It's not possible to beat KOTOR as a pacifist. However, the rule set of playing as a pacifist is possible.
Mr. Democracy uses his powers for the high ground.
Well,
Biceps emoji.
well, what do you know? Richard has almost taken the high ground. Goose is just 25 XP ahead of him. But the high ground has been challenged. Very interesting. Thank you again for the support, Richard. Any support is highly appreciated. Thank you very much. Don't worry, you'll get your high ground. Surely, very soon. Maybe you got it just now from that XP. Nope, I guess we've got to wait a little longer for the XP to refresh. Bop. 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 And bop. Got him. Give it like 15 minutes. Yeah, it'll reset at 9:30. Just about. That is assuming Goose doesn't send any messages between now and then. If Goose is not going to reclaim his spot. It's outrageous. It's unfair. How can I claim the high ground with democracy and not be given the rank of #1 in the chat room? Master, this is glorp shit. This is bantha poodoo. This is not a good trick. This is not pod racing. You're just wondering how I'm going to beat Malik? My plan is to cast Force Immunity, Force Speed, and probably use this Jedi Guardian glitch, because Malik is not faster than me when I'm in Force Speed. As long as he doesn't use Force Suppression on me, I'll be okay. I only have to beat Malik once as well. I can just, I can beat him once and then remove all of the, life packs he has, the corpses strewn up across the chamber in the boss room. Unlike my previous runs where I have to beat Malik 8 times in a row. So I should be pretty okay. Donut is #3. He is stacking it in the rankings. I literally passed right by that corpse. I may be stupid. Tied for 3rd. So are Cake and Clint. There are a lot of people tied for 3rd, I think. There was a while ago. It is probably different now, yeah. Anyway, that's one quest on Kashyyyk that we can complete in just a moment. You blame Darth Barris the Wide. You know, I think Darth Barris the Wide is the strongest Force user ever. We don't give him enough appreciation.
Wait.
I've never had that line where Julie says, wait, don't leave.
Yes.
That's interesting. I always listen to him. I've never just been speeding through dialogue like an idiot like I am this run. Oh, okay, wait, we have both the quests done now. Good. Alright, good. It'll be a long run back. Long run back to the Shadowlands, but if I can get these quests out of the way for the free XP, I'll take it. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Anakin? I've heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. I wrote my Jedi thesis on it. Would you like to discuss it? 3 hours later, found dead. This is so sad. He got his Force powers and all that cake he ate. Every piece of cake drew him closer to the Force. Yeah, dude. It was a really good cake. Who's older, Jolee or Daniel? Well, based on Daniel's wisdom score, he was born yesterday. So I'd say Jolee's older. Alderaan wasn't destroyed by the Death Star. The Emperor played a recording of Anakin's thesis, and the people of Alderaan couldn't handle the beauty of such a piece of literature. It's so true. Those Alderaanians, they don't understand art when they hear it. SMH my head. SMH my head. I'm gonna run past these guys. Respawning enemies are dumb and stupid anyway. Emerged from the womb, full formed as an old man. Yeah, it happens. Occasionally. At times. Oh, so you can't fast travel to the Ebon Hawk from the bottom of the Endless Forest? Well, listen. It would be nice. It'd be really nice if I could. Because I want it. I didn't know there was a mine there. Hopefully there isn't another one. There wasn't. Barris didn't get Force powers from Cake. He obviously got his cake from Cake. He got everything from Cake. That's why he wanted to, like, betray the Dark Council or whatever. Become the Emperor's right hand, because he just wanted more cake.
I think.
Light side points. Yeah, baby, we did it. We totally did it. We saved the day. And got money. Love to see it. I'm gonna go reset my health. And I'll BRB for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna use the restroom. Daniel's intelligence is so low he can't blink with both eyes simultaneously. That's really good. That's really good and really mean. I like it. Alright, fellas, I'll be right back. Stay frosty. Hello, fellas. I'm back. Kept you waiting, huh? Let's get back out there. We stacking Cheerios on it? Hi, back. I see you guys have been talking about only the most wholesome things while I was gone. The fast travel rules in KOTOR 2 on the Tilo station are also crazy. No, you can't conveniently warp to another module of the station unless you visit it. Well, I mean, that would kind of make sense, to be honest, if you don't even know where it is. You prefer Roger's stale over Dementia Daniels? Come on, come on. Those eyes have seen some things that would make a Darth Bacon fear. Darth Malik getting out-mogged by Dementia Daniel. Rich got worse. You're on like 2 strikes, Rich. My non-existent mods will have to do something about you if you get sussy. You're sussy baka. Oh my god, you're so sussy. Are you on any strikes? Not tonight, as far as I remember. But, that can change. At any moment. My indiscriminate wrath knows no bounds. Just a poor little donut that never does anything wrong. You would never stack, surely. Surely. You have already been desprinkled, that's true. We have a Chuta in the chat, no way. What would you guys do if when I got 10k subs and did my face reveal, if I was just the green Twi'lek and I just started speaking fluent Huttese to you guys? You got a special donut here? Bro, you're getting freaky. That's a strike, I think. Don't ask what the filling is. Dessert? No, you don't understand. That's not the dessert you think. That's not what you think it is. Male Twi'lek or female one? It would be male. I am M Twee. After all, how could I not be M Twee? I could talk to you Thoroban that way, you know? Get a nice conversation going. Alright, we got the side quest done, so we're out of here. That's all the free XP we're gonna get without much violence. Mandalorians, not looking forward to fighting them. Probably just gonna skip them. For now. But we'll see, we'll see. I would either hate it or love it. Face reveal. Huttese Duolingo would actually make me learn it. That would be pretty cool. There are people who are fluent in Tolkien's elf language, so like, it's possible. That's a service they could provide. Alright guys, real talk. Real vote, since we haven't really had a vote tonight. We haven't had any democracy tonight. We got a real important one here. Alright, big vote guys. Big vote that's really important for the playthrough. Richard! Thank you so much for the support, for the gift membership. Thank you very much. And congratulations to Joko for receiving the gift of membership. The lucky fella. Richard, you madman. Also, let's see. We've got Achuta in the lead here. Awonawonga is really taking a beating. 75% of 12 votes. That is 8 people who believe Achuta is much more important than Awonawonga. We've got Achutas in the chat. Ah, yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that seals it. You don't believe democracy could be this wrong? What? You don't like Achuta? You're an Awonawonga kind of guy? Kind of fella? Democracy is never wrong. True.
Achuta clearly.
Well, guys, you heard it. You heard it here first. The donation in the chat that said Achuta, the democracy for Achuta. I think Achuta's the better conlang, fellas. That's the end. That's it. We've learned. Awonawonga never stood a chance. It's kind of tragic if you think about it. But we already knew. We already knew Achuta was the superior language. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Richard here.
Awonawonga is cuter smile.
Awonawonga is cuter. That is a higher democracy. That is a higher democracy amount, guys. Maybe Awonawonga has something going here that we just didn't realize. Also, thank you very much for the support, Richard. I highly appreciate it. Both you and Crow are awesome. I don't know, guys. This may be a closer fight than we think. We need to settle this debate right now. Discuss between yourselves. Achuta or Awonawonga. Kulpi Cuerpa. Aginakachu. 75% plus $2 is higher than 25% and $5. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Mark, this is great news. We can be bees. We can be bees, Mark. Don't you love bees, Mark? By my math, by your Daniel math, 77 is bigger than 30. Dang, you made... That number does seem bigger. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Persuasion attempt. I don't know, does the persuasion attempt go through, guys? You think we got the DC for it? You think we got the Riz stat required? Oh no, I got all of them following me. Good thing they're scared of Jolie. That makes my life a little easier. Just jump toward them whenever they run away. As you do. Nice try, nerd. Nice try, nerd. Nice try, nerd. They do regenerate though, that is a problem, so I gotta kill them with some sense of urgency. Mildly annoying. Daniel has got no Riz, you're right. The tragedy of Darth Rizless. It's very sad. He's invested himself into other avenues to show his prowess in the world, you know? He doesn't need to have Riz. He can just... he can be dedicated to the grind, you know? The endless grind. You know, it'd be kind of nice if Jolie healed you up like a Pokemon nurse. But alas, no such luck. We must survive out here, off the fat of our resources, and by the way of our cheese. Can you do a poll to see who likes KOTOR 1 or KOTOR 2 better? Sure, why not? This is interesting. I'm not educated enough at the moment to say if I like KOTOR 1 or 2 better. I play KOTOR 1 too much and KOTOR 2 too little. So my answer would be KOTOR, but I should probably play KOTOR 2 if I really want to have an educated thing about it, an educated decision. I still think KOTOR 1 has the better onboarding process. I like Terrace better than Telos, and I like it better than the space station. KOTOR 2 can feel slow to get into, but as for the rest of the campaign, I just don't really remember much of it. It's just been a really long time. Rizzard Williams needs to show Daniel the power of democracy. Is that you? Is that what you are, huh? Rizzard Williams. I'll take your word for it, Rizzard. The Rizzard of Oz. The one who rizzes. Wow, it actually looks like KOTOR 1 is the more popular vote here. I'm not too surprised. You are watching a KOTOR 1 stream after all. Nurse Jolie wouldn't be your first choice for a nurse? Why not? Nurse Jolie went to school. Nurse Jolie's a consular and everything. Nurse Jolie has the training. You want to see Grug and Dementia Daniel brought over to KOTOR 2? Yeah, it'll happen. Ban Williams. That's the second time tonight your ban has been called for, Richard. You're on a roll here. Democracy has given you enemies, rivals, it would seem. KOTOR 1 has better intro and balance, but KOTOR 2 has better companions and plot. Interesting. Interesting. Better writing overall, for sure, in KOTOR 2. KOTOR 1 is very formulaic. Very, good is good and bad is bad. KOTOR 2 gets gray, and that's cool. Alright, I think that's the end of the vote, fellas. It's pretty close. It's 50-50. Just about. There's no right answer. KOTOR 1 and 2 are both really good. Both valid and real opinions. KOTOR 2 fixes the UI and adds more to crafting. Does anyone use the crafting system, though? Does anyone use the crafting system? I know British Guy Gaming was crafting for one video. I thought that was actually a really interesting premise, beating KOTOR with only crafted items. I don't think I used the crafting system because I was a dumb kid when I played that game. I probably only used it a little bit to craft modifications for armor, and that was it. That was the extent of my utilization of the system. Because the random loot that KOTOR 2 has, you can just find the most OP loot in random boxes without rhyme or reason. I assume that's because Obsidian just didn't have enough time to place loot in normal places, so they just left it to RNG. Like, you can just find Darth Malik's armor in a box on Nar Shaddaa, which is pretty comedic in nature. Uh-oh. Oh, no. My force speed ran out at the worst time. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Dang it, that corner blocked me. It's okay, Jolie's house is a safe zone. Just run away, idiot. Idiot. Crafting only run? That's been done, yeah. British Guy Gaming. He was in my chat twice this week, I believe. Or it was on Tuesday and Sunday of last week. He does all the KOTOR 2 challenges. You guys could check him out, he's pretty cool. Use the crafting system to make sure your lightsabers have max damage. Well, yeah, that's pretty basic, you know, changing out your crystals and whatnot. Ethical strategy. Only hit them when they're running away. Hey, they hit first. I'm just saying. Philosophy is much deeper, with deeper meaning and great characters that you love. Yeah, that is the MO of KOTOR 2, pretty much. Oh no, you built HK for crit and his mission has crit immunity enemies. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Sorry to hear that, dude. I know when I played KOTOR 2 for the first time, I had the worst time trying to do all the companion content because I never built companions correctly. I was the worst. I only built my main character and that was pretty much it. Dude, my honor mode run of KOTOR is going to have so many cheesy strategies. I'm going to have the Pacifist Shuffle, Deadeye Daniel, Dirty Dan tactics. I'm going to be able to beat honor mode no problem, I think. No problemo. You just think Obsidian is more adult with their storytelling? Absolutely, they absolutely are. 100% right. Obsidian is, or was at least, very, very competent with their writing. I'd say even with new releases like Outer Worlds, their writing is very competent. I don't know about their, like, not Deep Woken. Their, Avowed. I don't know about Avowed. I've heard just very mixed meh things about Avowed. Ship of Theseus and all, different writers, different people. The Return of Goose, welcome back. There has been some democracy while you were away, but apart from that, just been hanging out on Kashyyyk, you know, clearing out bad guys, clearing out ads, making that money, making that XP. I think BioWare made the best first game they could have ever made for KOTOR. They got everybody hooked, for sure. They told a very Star Wars story, and then Obsidian went really, really far with philosophy and the thinking, the grayness of the light side and the dark side. They expanded upon it very, very well. You got that to level 50 in KOTOR 2? How? Were you just XP farming? I thought there was a cap. I thought there was a cap in KOTOR 2. I thought it kept you at level 30. And that was it. Avowed was highly questionable. Elaborate. What was questionable about Avowed? What'd they do? KOTOR 2 probably needed to exist for KOTOR 2 to exist as it does. Absolutely. There's no possible way that KOTOR 2 would have flown. People would have looked at KOTOR 2 like Rian Johnson's Return of the Jedi, or whatever the hell it was called, Last Jedi, if there had been no KOTOR 1 before it. The art director literally said they wanted to upset Elon Musk with the game. Wow. That's an interesting objective there. Not a very hard one either. But yeah, interesting. Also, has anyone played Outer Worlds 2? I still don't have it. I probably won't have it for a while until it's on sale. But does anyone like it? Anyone think it's really good? Level cap is 50? Very Reddit. How do you get to level 50 in KOTOR? Is there just like respawning enemies you can fight? Or KOTOR 2, that is? I don't think I've ever gotten beyond like level 30 or level 35.
I don't.
Am I gonna have enough persuade to make these guys do what I want?
It's friendly people like you that recruited me into this mess.
Wow, usually those are like...
I'm not here because I know stuff.
Usually that's a pretty good, persuade chance there.
Good.
But we do have negative charisma. So maybe it'll be impossible to persuade this guy.
I'm just... That sounds like a fair deal to me. Enough of those...
Damn. I have to spend money. I have to get my money up, not my funny up this run if I want to persuade people.
It's... It's...
I guess I'm just gonna have to pay the dollars.
That sounds like a... Enough...
$200 redos, man. Oh, we gotta level up. Let's go! XP glitch in the Sith Tomb. I got it. Outer Worlds DLC is better than Outer Worlds base game. You know, I didn't really I didn't play through Outer Worlds DLC very much. I kind of got bored of my solo playthrough of Outer Worlds when I was getting to the DLC. Also, I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't have played solo. It was a lot of fun to just manage my own inventory and build up one character to be really strong, but at the same time, I know the companions are, you know, a big selling point of that game. I like a few of the companions in that game, but like Ellie, for example, what a waste of a character. What an unfortunate waste of a character with a really lame story. So it's a mix. It depends on who you're talking to. You need to farm Hessis in Korriban. How long does that take? Like, does that take hours, days to do that? I would assume it would take hours and days of just repeatedly farming those respawning enemies. That would be my assumption. None. Also, let's get Disable Droid just because we need it for Malik. It's just for him. Just for our slime, Malik. Vicar Max was a decent character. I remember liking him. I thought his quest was interesting. His quest ending, that was, at least. Quite interesting. Is on the scale of hours, but not many hours. Huh, okay. So I guess it would be pretty viable. A viable tactic for a challenge run of KOTOR 2, perhaps. Only memorable companion is Parvati, and that's because she's a nerdy goof. I really like Parvati a lot. She's just a cupcake, dude. Just a sweet little thing. Those companions were advertised as Mass Effect 2 ones. They advertised every companion as Mass Effect 2 companions. I don't remember that from the commercials when Outer Worlds was coming out. If you have Force Storm at level 18, you can do it in 1.5 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Force Storm is ridiculous. You enjoy the new story of Outer Worlds 2, but the story is meh. Or the companions are pretty meh. Droid is alright. Interesting. Interesting. Feedback. Looks like I missed a spot on the map. DLC bait, where I missed some plot points though. On the topic of Souls-like games, could we get a stream of Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor? Cal Kestis banter is peak. Somebody who subscribed to me not too long ago, a couple months ago, Binks Magnus. He does all the challenge runs for that game in particular, which is pretty cool. I don't think he's ever joined my stream or anything, but I've seen his channel. I'll have to do Jedi Survivor sometime. I've only played it a very little bit on my Xbox and never beat it. So it'd be good to play that someday. Also, hooray, Jolie's in the party. And he was, for a moment, duplicated there, which was kind of funny. You know Half-Life 3 will be coming soon? I've heard the leaks. I've heard that the Steam console, the Steam hardware, may launch with Half-Life 3. If that's true, it's gonna sell so well. Every 20 to 30-year-old in America is gonna get themselves the Steam console instantly. With how ass Nintendo is and how ass Xbox is being, the only real competition Steam has is Sony and PlayStation. So I think Steam's really just got this. They've bided their time for like 30 years now. It's about time they got into hardware. They're gonna do great, no doubt. Billions upon billions of dollars. Also, damn, Jolie died. This is so sad, guys. Do me a favor, Slime. Can you heal me up? Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. $30 to 40-year-old. Damn, don't slander that much. Don't slander that much. Come on. Revert to GameCube? Impossible. Impossible. We need the Switch 3. The Switch 3 with less than 3 games on that console. Surely. We need it. The Steam Deck was just an advertisement for their Steam Cube. Yeah, seems so. It worked. Now that everyone's talking about how good the deck is, people give the Cube an actual chance on release. Yeah. People would probably have laughed at Steam if they hadn't released that, released the deck first. You can't just get into hardware right away with a console. It just doesn't work. You bought a GameCube to play games you missed? Oh, that's cool. Those are hard to find nowadays, no? Why did I turn on a shield? I didn't need to do that. Get the Game Pass $1 deal and then meta challenge beating both games before you have to pay for the next month of subscription. I've seen a few videos do that. Like a Steam challenge where they beat Dark Souls or beat one of these games that is able to be speedrun really well before they can lose their refund window. It's pretty interesting. I don't think I could beat KOTOR and get a refund. Though I bet Chaotic Drifter could. Easy peasy. He's got a world record and everything. For KOTOR any percent glitchless. Or glitched. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the list again. It's a sham that Nintendo can brick your Switch. Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, I am not fighting those Mandos right now. I hope you understand. I'll get back to you on that. I vehemently dislike Nintendo at this point. It only used to be mild irritation. Yeah, I haven't been a Nintendo fan. Really. Ever. I played Pokemon. I like Pokemon games. I still like Pokemon. But I've never been like a big subscriber. I haven't been like Disney adulted into being blindly loyal to Nintendo or anything like that. Speaking of Half-Life, have I played it? I've played the first one. Yes, I have not done Half-Life 2 or any of its subsequent expansions or the VR game. But I kind of enjoyed Half-Life 1. I don't know if I'd ever play it again, but it was pretty fun while it lasted. It was pretty cool to have that history. Aw, nah, poison, bro. That is mildly annoying. I think we'll be able to beat the whatchamacallit, the Parentitech tonight. That'll be really good for us. Be able to get a boost to our wisdom. Wait, no way! This Wookiee helps you with fighting mobs? I did not know that! Oh, if only I had known that for the pacifist run. I thought this guy was completely useless. That's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. You don't follow tech news that much. Can Nintendo really do that? Not owning your hardware and kill switches is Cyberpunk 101. It's dystopian, for sure. Mr. Democracy needs to head out. Have a fun rest of the stream. I will. Thank you for your donations today, Richard. Have a good night, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Later, Deed. Oh shit. I messed up the input. Turned around way too fast. It's okay though, I'll have help. You have returned, welcome back. Will I do the Mandos now? Nah. I ain't fighting no Mandos. In fact, I think I'll take a page out of Pax's book here and allow the NPCs to take care of business for me. Oh, you're also gonna go? Dang. Alright, see you around, Goose. Have a good night, dude. Help the Wookiee? I guess. If I have to. Maybe. Deadeye Daniel kind of just spaced out for a second there. He had to register that things were happening. Any free help getting XP is very appreciated, so like, it's good to have a meat shield here. Easy peasy. On your way to the top by default. Yes, Crow has won through endurance. You sadly must go and actually work. Dang, alright. Have a good night, Clint. See you around, dude. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Since it's the month of Thanksgiving, I must ask, does anyone like turkey? Yeah, I like turkey. I wouldn't eat it every day, but I like turkey. It's good. Damn, we losing people quick. 0 willpower will make you kind of lazy like that. Yeah, exactly, you get it. Negative willpower, negative wisdom. It's not Daniel's fault, he was just born like this. Poor Danny boy. Turkey is foul. I get it. I get it. Favorite Thanksgiving dish? Sweet potato casserole. It's the best. It is the best. Hands down. 100%. 100%. Anyway, let's see how bad these droids are gonna be. Hopefully not too bad.
What?
God damn it. I got bombed. I'm reloading the save. Honeyed ham is delectable. I like meat. I like eating meat, dude. Can't go wrong with good meat. Nobody take that out of context or say something sus. I'll be very sad. Cheap beer has the upside is that you won't remember drinking it. I don't like beer, personally. I'm not a fan of alcohol in general. I'm a prude like that, I guess. Anyway. I'm gonna do the light side version of the star map thingy here. Because I need the light side points, baby.
Are you? Yep. You. And it.
There they are. Here come the fellas. Light side points. Let's go. And we put on a shield, put on some strength. Let's see how bad this is gonna be. These guys are tough. They usually just throw flamethrowers at you. And ice. Like that. So we may be a little chopped, maybe a little cooked here. And naturally our disabled droid doesn't really work. Seeing as we have negative ability to actually stun people with our bad stats. But yeah, they one-shot. It's a little unfortunate. Oh, that's an unfortunate. What? Huh? Wait a minute. How did I get grenaded through a wall? That's horseradish. But whatever, we'll take it, I guess. Not much we can do. We're throwing grenades at these guys. We're getting regular out here. We're throwing grenades. We're doing funny strat. And we're getting one shot by flames. Alright, I may have made a mistake. May have made a little bit of a mistake. I am still being shot through a wall, by the way. I'm just making sure everyone knows. Save right here. Flash mine isn't gonna help. We got plasma mines. They're tracking me through walls. This is very poggers. Guaranteed damage is always gonna be a rough spot for Danny Boy here. If anything can guarantee damage on him, it'll probably always just hit him. Yeah, like that. Like, I can't do anything against that, and I can't save it either. because my saves are in the trash. I low-key may have to take the dark side points and reload the save farther back. No leveling challenge. It's been done. It's been done before. I could probably look at what they did though. Turkey bacon, mushroom bacon. That does sound pretty good. Double the protein. Super expensive right now because they're figuring out production. Very low carbon impact way to make bacon for vegetarians. They'll figure it out, no doubt. No leveling and 0 in every stat? Bro. You just want to torture me. I don't know how possible it would be. I would be mildly interested in finding out. There's ideas. There's a list of ideas. I want some mushroom bacon, low-key. I'll eat that. If anyone could lend me some mushroom bacon, that would be excellent. I think I may have to lure these droids all the way to my Wookiee buddy and have him eat all the silly powers, all the droid abilities. We'll see how we can make this work. Save me, Wookiee. Wookiee buddy. Save me, for I am weak and feeble. No leveling can probably be done with grenades. Yeah, probably. You just need like infinite money, which isn't too hard. Come and check this out, Zalbar. Bro, he's not helping! He's not helping! He doesn't help against the droid. This is outrageous. It's unfair. How could you help me against the Kinrath but not the droid? Canadian bacon on Hawaiian pizza. He's ignoring me, literally, bro. This is not fair. I don't know about a Hawaiian pizza. I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza per se, but I will have bacon on pizza. Don't take donuts from random chatters in the stream. You don't know what they could be filled with. Is there a way to make every non-essential NPC hostile? That would be interesting. I think Dusty knows a way to make that happen. But don't quote me on that. Friendship is what it's filled with? Alright, bro. Alright, bro. That's what you say. That's what you claim. I got a disabled droid! It worked! That was a rare chance. That must have been a perfect 20. Oh wait, I got it twice. Okay, maybe I'm goated. Maybe I'm actually goated. And then I'm gonna hide so I can do more damage in a minute. Wait for my force points to regen, you know? Pineapple on pizza is goated. You don't know what you're missing? I think I do. I think I'd be okay without the pineapple on the pizza. Pineapple, mushroom, and bacon is pretty good for pizza. I don't know, man. If it's not a tomato, I don't know about the fruit on the pizza. I like grilled pineapple. So maybe if it's like grilled on a grill and then you put it on a pizza, maybe. But I prefer just a grilled pineapple all on its own. Grilled pineapple with barbecue on the side. It's really good. I don't really know what olives taste like. I haven't really tried them. They don't look very appetizing. I may have had one once before and I just don't remember. Hello, Milk. Pineapple on pizza is good? Alright, I'll take your word for it, Milk. Up, and he's gone. Damn. Goodbye, Milk. Milk gone forever. Yeah, grilled pineapple is really good. It's just, you know, grilling a pineapple. It's as simple as you'd think. And, it tastes really good. It enhances the flavor. Smokiness with the sweetness really works. That's a slow wave. That's an interesting power. But I can still hide here, so. This is a great time to catch up with my chat room, guys. While I'm waiting for my... Oh! I got hit. While I'm waiting for my, like, 30 force points to regen. Seeing as, you know, no wisdom and no charisma yet. Donut drank the milk. No way. Aura walking? That was actually not on purpose. That was because, that droid hit me with the sadness beam. Jalapeno pineapple pizza? Maybe just the jalapeno. Black olives, I'm pretty sure those are pretty common. I don't think I've ever put that on my pizza though. I'm sure it's good. I'll take your word for it. Wait, I'm shooting through walls. I'm shooting through walls. He can't get me. Never mind, he can get me. But I can run away very easy, so that's the important thing. Oh no. That is a pretty funny... Get a Deadeye Daniel edit of him doing the aura walk with some, like, Sigma male music in the background. That would actually be pretty funny. Is the Scoundrel Consular no force power still on the table? Level 0 stat thing? I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps. I have a lot of ideas to go through. Olives are the two of the known things that make you gag. Not a fan, huh? Dementia Deadeye Daniel accidentally made a TikTok walk. He's just got aura, dude. He doesn't have charisma, but he does have aura, and he can farm it. He's kinda got it. Crow's gotta go. See you around, Crow. Have a good night. Thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for your donations. Highly appreciate it. Have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Alright, we got our force points back. Let's do some damage. Check out the aura. We're gonna be seeing the aura walk a few times yet. This droid has a lot of health. Amazing. I agree. 100% agree. By the time these droids are dead, I'll try and fight the ritual beast. I'll have to take care of Zelbar's dad. That'll probably be a bit of a pain in the butt. But I can just use Guardian Strat on him pretty much. Just run around. It'll probably be too easy. Can I do some more dispatch tonight? You know, maybe. Since you requested it, sure, we could do some more dispatch. I'm still very interested to see what you guys will choose for the romance option for that save. I know you guys did not want to kiss Blonde Blazer, blah. So it may be an Invisigal run. Who knows? After 10:30, by the way, to anyone who doesn't know, after 10:30, which is when my streams end, I do after hours occasionally. If anyone wants to request a game that I have or would like to show me, then I will play that game. That's why I will be playing Dispatch after 10:30, or after I get the Ritual Beast. Alright, I got hit. That's very annoying. Let me just aura walk this way. Alright, we're good. Did everyone finish Dispatch? Don't want to say any spoilers. Personally, I have, but yeah, you'll have to ask the rest of the chat room. Real heroes don't get in trouble with HR and don't have workplace romances. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You might dip then because you don't want to get dis spoilers. That is totally okay. XP, totally understand. What's Dispatch? You know Telltale games that were big like 10 years ago? Years ago or so, Telltale games were like this choose your own path story archetype kind of game. They fell off really bad after a bunch of bad releases back to back, but now Dispatch, more mature game, is related to superheroes, superhero setting. It's got a bunch of very famous people doing voice work for it. It has brought the genre back single-handedly. It is doing very, very well. It's a very good game. You'll see in just a moment. You'll be missing a little bit of context, but it's still very good. So, you shall like it, surely. Moist Critical does voice a character. The Dispatch situation is pretty crazy right now, I'll admit. It's kinda crazy, kinda goofy, kinda silly. I'll be really mad if I do all this, like, waiting around for this droid and I just die anyway. It'd be really heartbreaking, I think. Tales from the Borderlands, Wolf Among Us, Minecraft Story Mode, all of those incredible games. Did you like Minecraft Story Mode? And the Walking Dead games? Yeah, those two. And Batman Telltale. I really liked Batman Telltale. It was pretty good. Pretty good. You watched it back in the day and you enjoyed it. I only heard people ridicule it. Never played it myself, but I've seen the memes. Let us say. I have seen the memes. Yeah, Batman Telltale games. I watched Team 4-Star play that, and I also played it myself eventually. It was very fun. I did not play the Walking Dead games personally. My family was more into Game of Thrones, so didn't really have exposure to Walking Dead. Finally, I got a hit. Plasma nades, save me. Oh, I don't need a concussion grenade, bro. I need a sonic grenade. Alright, I'm out of grenades. Let me just aura walk toward this guy and got him. Let's go. Big XP. This next droid is gonna be even more difficult to deal with. Remember they made a ton of games in a row and everyone constantly asked who is buying these, and the answer was no one. Dispatch has some forced stupid decision problems that all Telltale games have. Nah. I think that there is needed tension in those games, needed drama. You can certainly play those games without any drama and like try and get everything right. But there are some things that you just can't control, and that's supposed to be part of the story. Like you do have to cut somebody from Z Team, you do have to do X, Y, and Z. But I think it all aids in the storytelling for sure. Alright, this droid. Oh boy. This one has the flamethrowers. He's much more dangerous. Probably gonna take a little bit of time. Let's see if I can't get like an average plasma grade down here.
Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock. Whoever steps
Frag mines.
shock. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock. Whoever steps on
Flash mine's pretty useless.
shock.
So yeah, we'll have a good little burst of damage once he rounds this corner here. Just gotta wait for my force points to regen a little bit. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, buddy boy. Get over here. Look at that 87 damage. That literally almost one-shot me. I'm gonna go hide and heal. Because that is cray-cray. Droid flamethrowers, man. Whose idea was it? Oh, I got a hit. Nice. Sometimes you get the nat 20. It happened again, bro. Alright, gonna wait for my force points. Lucky salvo. Is that the crab droid over there? Yes, we do unfortunately have to kill this one. It's very mean. Not unlike the nice crab droid that we have in our emote. Dang, the animation still hasn't been approved yet. They'll get it. They'll get it eventually. Pure Pazak. Very, very sad that the head padding emote is taking so long to get reviewed. I uploaded it like earlier today. It was like in this like 3 o'clock this afternoon, maybe a little earlier. YouTube is such a small indie company. You can't be surprised when it's taking time. Yeah, I forget. I should give more grace to small YouTube, you know. Cyborg run where you don't got the force, but you can use both normal and droid implants. That would actually be pretty interesting. A mixed inventory. Yeah. That would be pretty interesting. And I can do that pretty easily because I've got Dusty to help with no, now that I think about it, that would not be very easy. From what I can tell, the inventories are human or droid inventory. It's one or the other, and you can't mix and match. But I guess you could get the droid perks and maybe equip them? I would have to test that, but that's an interesting idea. Very interesting idea that I shall consider. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I am frozen. I am frozen in place. And I'm getting flamed. I am out of healing. Oh, this is so not swag right now, dude. Let me out. Here, you know what? Run along these mines. That's what I'm talking about. That's damage. And we got a stun. We have to just finish it now. Why am I not doing damage? How am I missing? This is outrageous. It's unfair. Well, Jolie's alive. So that means I get a revive. What? Huh? What is this? What? Okay. I think we just encountered a very rare glitch right there. Somebody document that for the speedrunners. You cave for YouTube Premium because the ads are egregious. Dang. By the way, I watched the previous VODs. Dear Lord, the number of ads are ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I would imagine it is. I turn on automatic ad placement for those. And, yeah, I guess they go as wild as they want. I was thinking about having no ads on my stream VODs, and maybe I'll go through with that. But we shall see, yeah. I don't think they're actually like big ad revenue either for me either, so it's not like my videos where the ads need to be there. I even place things specifically during my videos. I make sure my videos have a certain amount of ads in a certain amount of places, so I'm not like ruining my joke punchlines with an ad placement, that sort of thing. Was Jolie in his boxers? Yes. I took off his robes because I didn't want him to have armor class in the fight against the droid. I'm still supposed to be doing this solo. As solo as I can, anyway. Please, please die. Die. Damn it. Well, that's okay. I guess he'll get revived again. I actually may have to lure the droid out with Jolie so I can get a free revive. There, yeah. Now my character should get back up. Flamethrower really does have such insane range, it's not even fair. What the heck, I got a revive last time. And the droid's out of range. I guess it's not out of range just yet. It's called a flamethrower, not a flame puncher. Can't be surprised by the range. Well, like, still though. I'd prefer if it wasn't super rangy. Oh no, I'm frozen. Well, I was really close. That's unfortunate. I have to try again. What we do know is that the plasma grenades were very helpful. Why does Jolie look like he's about to go box? He's got that physique, dude. He ain't no slouch. Look at that trade, guys. I got 6 damage off for being frozen. And then 57 more damage. Let's fucking go. And I'm dead. All of this because I want to avoid getting some dark side points. I am suffering needlessly. I just hope everyone knows this, so that it solidifies the idea that I'm just insane and stupid. Mods, check the droid stats. 8 billion in each stat, actually. Come get me, you stupid metal machine. You stupid clanker. We're not fans of clankers around here. We would never do a playthrough of entirely just droids. That would be silly. Just a little farther. Come on, come on. Just a little farther. Keep walking, keep walking. There we go. You stupid idiot. You buffoon. Daniel is just too good of a person. It's true. He's just the best around. He is the bestest forever and ever. There's the droid. I think we can put a save down here as well, seeing as we got all the mines off. I'm too lazy to go back to the upper Shadowlands to go get more supplies, even though I'm gonna have to do that anyway with Chundar's dad and the Tarentatech. Anakin should have been granted the rank of Master. He was the face of the war effort. Well, no one likes Anakin though, so unfortunately no. Jedi Masters all think he's dumb and stinky. Say what you will about the dark side, but they don't hide on artificial high ground like the Jedi do. Artificial? Artificial? Obi-Wan had that high ground. That was his. What are you talking about? What are you on about? He's the high ground saint. He invented the high ground. See, I can't do the funny Guardian strat because of the flamethrower, which makes me very sad. But I may just do it anyway because, as we've established, I'm not smart. The droid doesn't run very far, so as long as I outrun its range each time I go in for a dive, maybe it can work? That answers that fucking question. I wish I had saves. I wish I had saves this run. You know what? Let's just do that again. Surely it'll work this time. We're gonna pop a battle stim as well as an adrenal strength. So maybe I'll just get the quick kill on it, you know? Maybe I'll get a lucky crit. Or even luckier, it'll just decide not to use the flamethrower, yeah? You never know. I have corner advantage. I am able to dodge. I'm out of its sight. Can't get me. I'm getting lucky. It's not using the flamethrower. I'm getting lucky. Okay, alright. That was expected. At least one of those was expected. Just don't use the flamethrower. Just don't use the flamethrower. That's not the flamethrower. Thanks. I appreciate it. Just don't use the flamethrower. And let me go. Please. Pretty please. That's the flamethrower. For my hubris, I am punished. It is spamming the flamethrower, now that I am held still and I cannot do anything about it. Please, 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 let me out. Okay. I'm out. No! God. I hate having 0 in every stat. I hate having 0 in every stat. Surely if we do it again, it won't be a problem. Surely if we do it again, it'll work this time. The definition of insanity is certainly not trying something over and over again and expecting a different outcome, right? I mean, that would be silly. That would be silly and goofy, I think. No, no, it comboed me! And then Jolie died. Well, mine. I did not mean to press the new game button. Arinya. I'm not having a great time right now. TBH. I have been fighting 2 droids for like an hour now. I think I may have to whip out the Achani battle stim, guys. The hyper adrenal strength. Just to have a chance at getting the damage numbers, and I'm flamed. This guy. This guy, man. He gets 2 turns in a second as well. New game, nah, bruh. I mean, trying the same thing in RPGs like this, they're safe scumming for a reason. Exactly. I guess we could always just go back to the strategy we've been doing of running and hiding, trying to hit low damage stun droids, you know. Jolie Bindo. Great name. We do love Jolie Bindo, dude. Jolie Bindo's the best. What a great trade of damage there. I got 6 and he got 87. I think this is a fair matchup. I think I have a chance. Oh my fucking god, dude. You know what? I give up. I'm gonna go resupply. I'm gonna go walk my ass all the way up to Kashyyyk, all the way back up to the frickin' landing pad, buy some ion grenades. Right, Jolie has to walk to me. Buy some ion grenades and nuke this guy. Because I'm not bothering. I'm not safe scumming that anymore. It's gonna take 10 minutes at least to get the supplies. But we're doing it. I never go back to the upper Shadowlands unless I really, really need to. Just about now, I really, really need to. Jolie's dead. Jolie is dead. To something. I don't know what. Tell you what, Jolie, you mind walking around the robot? That'd be great. Thanks. I think it's gonna see him anyway. No, we're good.
Sure.
Alright. Don't turn around and fight it, you idiot. It's not even firing its weapon at us for some reason. It's letting us go like it's gloating. Whatever, man. No, I don't have the ion upgrades, and even if I do, I would have to go install them on the Ebon Hawk anyway. So I'm leaving and going to the upper Shadowlands, no matter what. Nah, it's okay. This is the most challenging challenge I've ever had to do, so that makes it very entertaining. And honestly, most of the challenge is just being out of resources at a certain point in time and having to go restock. Apart from that, it's not that hard. If I had just bought, oh, I don't know, 150 frag grenades, then I would be fine this run. But I didn't have the plus 20 wisdom to figure that out. One HP like he came from the bargain bindo. You wonder if the pie jacks are inspired by the tax. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they were nearly flipped assets. Funny space monkeys. Love the funny space monkeys. Also, crazy thing is, we can't even, like, remove Jolie from the party. We still have to keep him in. So that we can get past the Circa gate again. It's very inconvenient. Also, Jolie was just struck down by a bug. It's very sad, guys. At least we can cheese the Kinrath. They're not too bad. Alright, Jolie, get up. We ain't out of here just yet. Light hand Duncan, saber dropping Duncan. This is Daniel. Daniel's different. This is Deadeye Daniel. Twin brother and secret relative of Deadeye Duncan, the greatest duelist to ever exist. The Duncan family is a very long line with everybody in it. Little did you know. Everybody's in the Duncan family. Avner's in the Duncan family, Grug's in the Duncan family, Roger's in the Duncan family. It's very prestigious. This lore was decided tonight in the chat, by the way, so it's very important that you read up. Yeah, turn around, idiot. Turn around, idiot. So like most of the run, I'm either cheesing enemies out or they're too hard. That's how you know it's a real challenge run. That's how you know. Bro, they fuck robots? Nah, I think someone inherited Roger somehow. Probably through Pazak, if I had to guess. Since the Duncan family is very big on Pazak. Trask Olgo is an honorary member. Yes. Why not? Luke did nail Wop Rats in his T-16 back home. Elaborate on that. What do you mean by nail? What was bro doing to those Womp Rats? Tatooine boys gotta make do. Wait on that kind of nest. Alright, I was hoping. I was expecting that. Tatooine, where men are men and the Womp Rats are scared. Where Womp Rats go and men plunder. As was intended. Trask died so we could make sure so we knew how the controls worked. He is a hero. So I think he gets an honorary membership into the Deadeye Duncan family. Makes sense to me. Makes perfect sense. Perfect. Trask died a legend fighting a Dark Lord of the Sith. He gave his life for us. Trask knew we were the MC, you know? Trask can sense main character energy from a mile away. Because he's the best. Hello, Matin. Give me ion grenades. You don't have any. Not a one. I guess we're going off planet for some grenades. Where can I get ion grenades? Dantooine. Well, the end of this stream has been postponed indefinitely by these dumb droids. And me needing to run an errand to get ion grenades. Very unfortunate, I do say. But a challenge run is a challenge run. Man, I don't care what Roger's gotta say. Clankers are not in my hot list right now. What did you just realize, Penguin? I'll see you around, Cake. Have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Elon Musk sounds like a Star Wars ship. I guess, a little bit. Sort of. Kinda, sort of. Oh, right! These guys. I think I'll be fine. Kinda forgot that they were hanging around here. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in! Alright. Give me your grenades. That should be more than enough. There's nothing sadder than a Jedi, a Force user in KOTOR, having to buy grenades. I'm glad the Sith were nice enough to let me go. Were nice enough to let me talk to that guy before they attacked me. It's very polite of them. I hope the remake one day becomes reality. Me too, dude. Me too. Maybe 2026 will be our year. The year for KOTOR. Yeah, good thing the Sith doesn't have the jump skill. That would be a little scary. They're evil, not rude. Very true. They're quite well-mannered individuals, believe it or not. Very nice fellows. Okay, we're back on Kashyyyk. Time to pulp some robots. Come on, Jolie. We've got a job to do. All of this for like 5 light side points. It was actually kind of worth it. Look, we're almost at light side max. The closer we are to max, the better we are. We need more free stat points. So, it's kind of worth it. Kind of worth it. No, you need to keep your force level at 0. Force points start at 40 because you're the main character and they just give you 40 for free. And every level I get 1 more. So if I wasn't the main character and I had 0 in every stat, then I would have like 5 force points. But incidentally, I do not. Because of the main character perk buff. This run is not contaminated. This is completely, perfectly intentional. The feat is right here in the list. Force sensitive, extra 40 force points, and you get it every time you become a Jedi. Things are as they seem. Oh, 0 alignment. Well, it's not a stat, so I think we're chill. I think we are totally chill to be light or dark. I think staying perfectly neutral in KOTOR would be a challenge run in and of itself. I think that would be an interesting challenge run, just playing through the game normally, but constantly doing the math to make sure that you stay at 0 alignment. It would require some research ahead of time, but to be honest, that run could be pretty cool. It would be like a sequence of events. You just make sure you know what you're doing, where you're going next. You plan out every move. Maybe skip some things. I don't know how badly it would affect a run altogether, but I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I'll add that to the list for sure. Mod that kills you whenever you go past 10 or that would be the Kreia simp run. Honestly, maybe. That would be an interesting thing. Kreia's forgotten student. Yeah. Neutral man. Darth Neutralis. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that run. Add that to the list. That could be a main channel run, just because it's got a funny premise. And I can write around that so easily. Our main character felt neutral about this. He wanted to make sure Bastila knew that he said hi. Terrace getting destroyed happened. Boy, it sure did happen. Darth Malak bombing Dantooine, also an event that did occur. 16 ion grenades, this better do it. Oh yeah, 45 damage. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Oh yes, Mr. Squidward, this guy's getting poked. And I'm gonna do it in front of all the monkeys, my people. All the monkeys will cheer for me. No, he dodged it. He's not supposed to do that. Yeah, there you go. Stay still. Take the ion grenade to the face. No, no, don't save it. That's not what you're supposed to do. Man, come on. You know it. It has to be Daniel who gets the final strike. Eh. Yeah. We got him, guys. After maybe over half an hour of fighting those droids, we got him. Darth Switzerland. That would be pretty funny. Definitely worth it, dude. Hell yeah.
Neural scan, well, program.
Stupid freaking computer. Stupid freaking computer. What the frick, man? That's a lot of XP. Are we close to another level up? Kinda, not really. But we're getting there. quick snack run to Tatooine, yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, since that took so long, I'll probably just drop a save in front of in front of Zalbar's dad and call that the KOTOR portion of the run. Also, I guess Cake did leave, so I don't really have to play Dispatch. If anyone has any games that they would like to request I play, let me know. Apart from that, I am chill with ending things right around here. We can get Kashyyyk done bright and early tomorrow. Well, not bright and early tomorrow. Right away tomorrow. And then we'll be able to move on to Korriban, which I'm sure will be so much fun. Love that the star maps make the same sound as the Lucasfilm logo in the Star Wars 1 pod racing. All the Star Wars sound effects, you know, they gotta be used. They're all in the same pool. Ow, I got poked. Also, hello Mijanshi. It's been a while. Didn't see you at the start of the stream. Welcome to the end of the stream. It's been one of those, let me tell ya. We've had a lot of things. We've done a lot of things, and we fought a lot of things. A lot of things occurred. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was about to say, did I just get a Viper Kinrath body from a droid? I didn't realize. It was just on top of the corpse. Oh, you were lurking. I see. I see. I understand. Got you on the big screen. Heck yeah, dude. I love the big screen. I love being on the big screen. Alright, where is Zalbar's dad? Where is that old rug? Old rug boy. There he is. Alright, I think that's a good place to put it for today. Tomorrow we will get off Kashyyyk. We will get the awesome headband that we've been looking for. That'll really help us out. Help us out with our healing a little bit. And yeah, things will be good. Things will be better. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me for the stream today. And I hope to catch you all tomorrow. Have a good night and see you around.